Hello and welcome to SBU TV. I'm Nathan Donnelly.
And I'm Clay Peets.
We've got some great news for you today. Iowa senior Caitlin Clark broke the NCAA's all-time scoring record on Sunday. She made a pair of free throws just before halftime in their game against Ohio State to put her at 3,668 career points. She broke former LSU Tiger Pete Maravich's record that stood for over 50 years.
That's right, Nate. 3.4 million viewers tuned in to watch Clark break the record. This marked the second most viewed college basketball game during the 2023-2024 season, men's or women's. Clark tallied 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists in Sunday's win against number 2 ranked Ohio State. As tournament play approaches, expect Clark to set even more records this March as Iowa gears up for another Final Four run. Thanks again for tuning in to SBU TV. I'm Clay Peets.
And I'm Nathan Donnelly.
So long.
Good afternoon from St. Bonaventure's campus. I'm James Torres.
And I'm Nate Solomon.
All right, so let's get right into it. 15 states held their Republican and Democratic presidential primaries in advance of the 2024 election on what is dubbed Super Tuesday. Americans in California, Minnesota, and the key swing states of Virginia and Texas all cast ballots for their party nominee.
President Joe Biden won easily in all 15 states in the Democratic Party. Former President Donald Trump nearly swept the Republican primary on Tuesday, with only Vermont voting in favor of former Governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley. Haley dropped out of the presidential race Wednesday morning. That'll do it here from Western New York. I'm Nate Solomon.
I'm James Torres.
And have a great day.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to St. Bonaventure University. My name is Cal Reddington.
My name's Aiden Toot. Known as one of the toughest arenas to play in, the Riley Center is always packed full of fans from both the student body and the local community. Visiting teams often dread their trip to Olean, with the atmosphere in the RC being a major factor. Shooting guard Moses Flowers shared his perspective, highlighting the intensity and passion of the crowd as a driving force behind the team's success.
The crowd just gets us going. You know, when we're hearing shots or when we're playing good defense, you know, when the crowd's screaming and cheering us on, it gives us that energy to keep going and just literally just blow teams out and be the best we can be. All we need is the energy from you guys. That's all we need, and then we give it right back to you guys.
Chants of defense and Let's Go Bonas fill the air on both sides of the ball, alongside the infamous Bona clap. Yet some students are calling to build upon the existing cheers and chants that are used at each game. Aiden, what are your thoughts on the chants at every game?
You know what, I think they do enough, but there's room for improvement.
Of course, there always is. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning and welcome to SBU TV on a sunny Friday morning. I'm Anthony Da Silva.
And I'm Kieran Keneally.
All right, the St. Bonaventure women's basketball team lost its first round A10 tournament game to Dayton on Wednesday. The Bonnies fell to the Flyers 66-52, ending Coach Jim Crowley's first season back at Bonaventure with an 18-game losing streak. The Bonnies played well in the first quarter, but couldn't keep up with Dayton after that.
That's right, Anthony, and we'll look at some of the key players from the game. For Bonaventure, Isabella Middleton led the Bonnies in scoring and rebounds with 15 points and 8 boards. Ivy Wolf ripped apart the Bonnies from deep, hitting 4 3-pointers and led the Flyers with 14 points. Now, the Bonnies look toward the offseason, with Crowley having already signed 6 freshmen.
Oh, that's all for our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Anthony Da Silva.
And I'm Kieran Keneally.
Good morning, St. Bonaventure. I'm Maya Nack, and today I'm here with
Mia Neal.
Women's right to vote was a fight for equality and representation. The suffrage movement, which was a relentless campaign for women's voting rights, had been a long and difficult journey. All across the United States, the women organized marches, protests, and rallies across the nation, demanding their right to participate in the democratic process. The tide began to turn for women in 1920. The 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified, enshrining women's rights suffrage into law. Through perseverance, resilience, and much determination, women refused to be silenced. Their collective voices left their mark on history.
After a long, hard battle started by Lucretia Mott and Susan B. Anthony, March will forever be one of the most powerful moments in dedication to women's history. We take this month to recognize the fight women went through, the power that women hold, and most of all, the determination behind all women. Men and women are finally becoming equal. Women have a say in things before the 1920s they can never imagine. May this month serve as a reminder of the importance of empowering women, advocating for their rights worldwide. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Mia Neal.
I'm Maya Knack.
Go women.
Good afternoon and welcome back to SVU TV. I'm Katie Green.
I'm Frank DeBari.
And I'm Jaylene Valdez.
Even though schools have already started their spring semesters, they haven't seen much spring yet. Technically, spring doesn't start for another few weeks, March 19th, but we definitely have started to feel outside with this weather. Wouldn't you agree, Jaylene?
I totally agree, Katie. And St. Bonaventure students could look forward to a lot this upcoming March and the upcoming weeks. This includes the men's basketball senior day happening tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. and the commencement of their A-10 tournament next week, along with the return of daylight savings and St. Patrick's Day following the next weekend.
As the weather starts to get nicer as we lead into spring, St. Bonaventure students are getting to enjoy the weather. With the weather hovering around 60 degrees this past week, students have been able to enjoy things outside, like the opening of the St. Bonaventure Golf Course.
Thank you from This Week on SVU TV. I'm Jaylene Valdez.
I'm Katie Green.
I'm Frank DeBari. Have a good weekend.